will begin with our Pledge of Allegiance. If you could stand and join us from wherever you are. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. We will begin with public comment. We do not see any public comment. I do have to mention that there was an executive session held prior to this meeting. I got it right. I see. I finally got it right. Last time, I might as well get it right once. We will then go to item B, a report of the 2021 operating cost and revenue. See Exhibit A, and I will pass it off to Karen.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I am pleased to report that we have closed 2021. Throughout the year of 2021, our operating expenses were approximately $144 million, or 88% of what we had budgeted. And on the revenue side, our actual revenues came in around 196 million, which actually was a little higher than budget, about 102% of budget. We are in the process of closing the fiscal year on the full accrual basis. These budget numbers are on the cash basis. The financial statement audit will be starting here in February, and we will report back to the board in March with the audit report and the full accrual financial results for 2021. Any questions? I'd be happy to take them.
Seeing none, we will go to our capital budget report. See Exhibit B. Kim.
Thank you. I'll just share this for a minute. So this is our the first look at the 2022 capital budget that we discussed last year, the 207 million. So this is just the early spending through January, focused on the parking garage, North End facilities, and the East Head works. Those are our most active construction projects at this time. But so this is the first capital budget report of 2022. Not a lot of activity yet, but it does establish what our expectations are for the year. And I'd be happy to take any questions.
Seeing no questions, we will go to our motions and resolutions. Item A and B, minutes and invoices. See Exhibit C. I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Okay. Item C, motion to award contract 1757 to furnish and delivery of sodium hypochlorite to Univar Solutions USA. See Exhibit E, and I'll read contract 2 as well. It's for the same company for a furnish and delivery caustic soda for dematerialization regeneration, also to Univar Solutions. Director.
Mr. Chairman, both of these contracts are obviously chemical contracts for the process. The first, for hypo, is a support for our disinfection and odor control. The rate has increased significantly since the last contract period. We had anticipated a fairly significant increase. This is even more than we had anticipated. Typically, we use about $900,000 a year. We're going to be using much more in the coming year. This will be the first year of potential contract that could be renewed. We'll have to examine the state of the world at that time to see if we think we can do better. The second one, for caustic, for support of our chemical chemical for our boiler feed water system, same thing. Much more of a significant increase in cost than we had anticipated. And we had already slated a pretty sizable increase. This one, we only use about $40,000 a year, but it will be more. Recommend award of both.
Okay, I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right. Item D, motion to approve change orders, $30,000. Item 1, number 8, the North End plant expansion for Mascaro Construction. See Exhibit F.
Mr. Chairman, we have a couple of changes with embedded in this single change order, some credits even. As we've talked about this with the board on multiple occasions, and we'll have additional conversations. There is a lot of work being done, which started out with some soil issues, as previously discussed, which will impact what goes on from here on out. Certainly recommending that you take positive action.
All right. I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Aye. Okay. Contract 2, 1729G East Headworks to PJ Dick in an invoice of $105,000. See Exhibit G.
Mr. Chairman, again, multiple changes. That includes credits. This project, if you were here in the boardroom right now, you'd be able to gaze out and see it in action. You're going to see more of these. You're going to take action on this agenda to make modifications to the change order policy so that we will spend more time reporting, giving you detail, as opposed to reporting and then having you take action.
Okay. I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Item E, motion to approve contract 1744 Chartiers Creek, Ohio Junction access shaft to Anzer Advisory, negotiated by the executive director. Director, sorry.
Here.
I was-
No, you didn't. Just, tossing a few plates right about now. This item and E, F, G, H, and I all went before the Professional Services Committee and were moved for your action. This item, E, this is access shaft at 07 in McKees Rocks. This is taking care of a rehab. You name it, from HVAC systems, electrical work. I think it's a complete replacement of the roof, but definitely roof work and a lot of interior work. This provides for the CM services. And while Answer is a new name for the board, help me out here. Answer used to be who?
HR Gray.
Thank you,
Okay.
thank you. Right.
Used to be who?
HR
HR Gray.
Oh, okay. So moved.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right. Item F, motion to modify to 9 rooftops to customize scope of work for the next phase of the strategic communication and public relations plan for $1.1 million.
Mr. Chairman, 9 rooftops, as the board knows. Previously, Mark USA has been with us for several years now, providing support, not just public relations support, but marketing support as well, as we have gone through a rebranding and just a pretty sizable effort to create a better awareness of the authority, the services we provide, and why they are important. The board made a decision some time ago not to attempt to staff in-house to cover all of our communications needs. Because of that, we continue to utilize the services of 9 rooftops, and we have had good success in the partnership with them.
So moved.
All right. Oh, second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, motion carries. Item F, motion to modification of the service authorization for Jacobs Engineering. Wait, did I miss one? I missed one, sorry. Modification authorization 299 to AECom for regionalization program manager to extend their contract for an additional 2 years, price of $7 million. Director?
Mr. Chairman, the Clean Water Program, as the board knows, has 4 major pillars, regionalization being one of those. AECom has provided support initially as the basin coordinator that then morphed into the larger regionalization program. And they have continued to provide that support, again, like 9 rooftops for several years now. We are at a critical juncture where our municipalities are at the point of signing transfer agreements to be able to move forward with transfer of ownership and responsibility for multi-municipal trunk lines to the authority. AECom is vital in that. At the same time, this particular authorization will incorporate a demonstration project, because as much as we have been eager to move forward with regionalization, we really don't have a good model of what's that going to look like. This is a new responsibility for us. So again, within this authorization is a demonstration effort to help move a project forward so we can see exactly what it looks like, become more knowledgeable of the entire process. This extends their engagement for an additional 2 years.
Moved.
Any questions? I heard a motion. I just need a second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Okay. Item H, modification. I started reading this one. The authorization for Jacobs Engineering to extend the green infrastructure source control management for ALCOSAN's GROW program for an extension of $2.3 million. Director?
Mr. Chairman, it is Extend the Program Manager Day at ALCOSAN, similar to the AECom piece for the regionalization component. Jacobs is the program manager for the green piece of the program. The support that they've been able to provide for the GROW program alone has been invaluable. They will continue through this authorization to do just that through cycle 9. We are just engaging or entering cycle 7 of the program. Hard to believe we're at GROW cycle 7 already. But Jacobs will continue to work with us to provide that support and help performance evaluations of grow projects, which is critical at this stage.
So moved.
Second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. I was just gonna mention, the grow program. I know Dr. and I are on that committee, and there's a lot of great work being done, and more people are starting to capitalize on it, which I think is a credit to ALCOSAN and everyone. Item L, motion to, or no, is that an L or an I? Where am I? It's an I. Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion to modify the Three Rivers wet weather plan for an amount of $1.7 million for the 2022 option. As everybody knows, that's a partnership that we have with Three Rivers Wet Weather and all of the municipalities. They do a good job of coordinating a lot of this work that we're talking about, especially when it comes to agreements and future plans, grow program, things like that. So they do a good job of working with our municipalities to get that all squared away for us, and they're a tremendous help to this board. I think I got all of it. Are there any questions, Director?
Motion
moved.
to,
Okay, so moved. I second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
I'm sorry,
Right.
Arlene, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no,
You're
you were right
Yeah.
on time. Thank
all
you.
right. Fine. Okay. J, motion to adopt resolution 2022 0-1 0-1. Revising. Sorry, I wrote this all by hand. So revising the policy for authorizing construction contract change orders. Direct.
Mr. Chairman? Can you hear me? Okay. Thank you, Jesus. This is the revision to the change order policy that I had mentioned when you took action on the 2 large change orders today. This information has been with the board, been discussed with the board since fall. Given the magnitude and current progress of the program, specifically the construction aspects of it, it is time to make this modification to the change order policy.
I think it's a great policy. I know that we've talked about this a few times at the board, so I need a motion and a second.
Wait a minute, Corey, I have.
Oh,
I have
sorry.
Yeah, I agree that we should definitely make some substantial changes to this. I'm just a little uncomfortable with going from $30,000 to $100,000. And it's, with all due respect to Arletta, it's certainly no reflection to her. But the original policy was only 8 years old, and I know we've done a lot in the past 8 years from 2014 to today. But I personally would feel much more comfortable if we maybe step this, and maybe we go to $50,000 or $60,000 and then revisit it if it's still a problem. I mean, we only had 2 change orders today, and there's a lot going on here. So I just think, I thought the Chip's firm did a great job of analyzing this and showing the other authorities. Some authorities have no number and everything has to come to the board. It's all over the board, throughout the country. So I think as board members, we have a fiscal responsibility to knowing exactly as these change orders come in, because the contractors they bid on one project at a certain amount and then they can change order it to death. But if the director has $100,000 carte blanche kind of authority, that's a lot of money and could add up very quickly. I just would feel much more comfortable if we could step it and to go to maybe $50,000, which is half of what we're asking for, but we're going from 30 to 50 or 30 to 60. I think it's a reasonable request, and I would ask my other board members maybe to consider that. I know we've debated this ad nauseum, and I'm not trying to delay it at all. I'm ready to vote on it. I would just feel more comfortable voting if the number wasn't as high as $100,000.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Given the concern expressed by the board, we will take this back. We will revise it. We will bring it back to you And because it is a reflection upon me, I will come back with a reduction as opposed to an increase. The board has the ability to see the ability and the right to see every change order. And I would not want to put myself nor my staff in a position where there was any question about what we are doing. So if you would table this, I would appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Anything else from board members? Okay, seeing none, I will accept a motion to table.
So moved.
I need a
Second.
now, this is a very technical thing for a motion to table. And I don't know, Max, please, maybe you would know this. How we do it, we have to do a roll call vote on a table motion. That's how we do it at council. I don't know if board would be different.
No, that no requirement for a roll call
Okay.
vote on a motion to table.
Okay, sounds good. All in favor? Aye.
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 Aye. Okay. Item K, motion to ratify the engagement of Salzman Hughes PC as special counsel with solicitor regarding potential sale of municipal customer sanitary sewer assets to public utility regulation regulated by the PUC. I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second, all in favor? Aye.
Do we know the
Aye.
cost of this? Or
Yeah.
So what was the question? The cost, Max? I know you're negotiating. I don't know.
No, they've mirrored our hourly rate. There's no flat fee or anything else along those lines, but they reduced their standard rates to come in line with our hourly rates for shareholders and associates.
Okay, thank you. I vote yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All in favor? Aye.
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 Okay. Our last item, item L, election of officers. I need a motion to table and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 All
Aye.
right. Thank you, everyone, and we will see you at our next board meeting.
Thank you, board.
Okay.
Thank you.